Hello everyone, welcome. It's been a while. We're gonna do some Magic the Gathering Arena here. I was gonna do some drafts, but I happen to see that at the time of this recording, Midweek Magic is on, and it's a Phantom sealed Wilds of Eldraine. So I can just have the limited experience without having to spend any of my precious gems. So you guys missed the pack opening animation, so I wanted to double check whether they were making me play Alchemy or whether it's real Wilds of Eldraine. But it's real Wilds of Eldraine, and it looks like we opened this is fantastic, right? I believe Ashiok is the best card in the format. If not, it's very close. I should actually open up the draft sim pick order thing for this. Ashiok. Okay. It's actually not... I mean... It's ranked 20th. I mean, it's the only Planeswalker in the format, I believe. Ranked 20th. Now, interestingly, Redcap Gutter Dweller is another card I recognize from this pack. And I thought, okay, Ashiok is better. But apparently, Draft Sim says no. Redcap Gutter Dweller is third best in the whole set. So... it's 4 mana for 3/3 Menace. Comes with rats, and you can turn your tokens into draw and counters. So we have some very good cards in red and black, and I think Spectre of Mortality is decent, right? Yes, it's good card. What Raging Battle Mouse is good for the aggro decks, I think, right? Battle Mouse, yeah, good. And I believe Sleep Cursed Fairy is also fine. Oh yeah, very good actually. Even better than Ashiok apparently, which is kind of a shocker, but just goes to show how important curving out is in limited. This of course is the draft guide, right? Which in principle is not going to help you at all for sealed because you're not drafting. You have a set of cards already, but let's see. So I'd like, first of all, to just look, how many cards do I have per color? How do I find that out by clicking here? None, of course, because I haven't put anything in the deck. Okay, fine. Oh, 2 Candy Grapples? Together with the Ashiok stuff? Skitter's Butcher is pretty good as well. This is... We're cooking here, right? Skitter's Butcher would be great for the rats thing. Feed the Cauldron. Definitely putting Ashiok in if it's a black deck. Sweet Tooth Witch is fine. It doesn't really fit with the theme, but it's still fine. Scream Puff I think is okay. Nothing special. Some actual removal. That's nice. A little expensive. Well, actually, it's quite expensive. And we already have 2 Candy Grapples and a Feed the Cauldron, so maybe we don't need that. What is this thing? You know, let's actually just look at my uncommons. Oh, Glass Casket, a reprint. I forgot that was in the set. Princess Takes Flight is good, sure. Monstrous Rage is good. Not a huge fan of Corvold, but Sealed certainly is more about value than draft is. Because you can't draft a very aggressive deck. You just kind of have to cobble stuff together. Okay, so I mean there's some decent stuff in green here as well, but the uncommons are not pushing me in any particular direction really. The good news is they're not pushing me out of... Well, I already took my black uncommons wherever they are. Lord Skitter. But there's good... I'd like to play red-black if I can. Because that's where my insane cards are. Blue would be... I mean, you don't want to splash that, right? Okay, I love... Anything that gives me rats, sign me up. This one, it is a rat. Celebration, I mean, it's the red-white theme, of course. 2 rat catchers? Okay. Is the white thing. It certainly can be fine in black, especially if you have stuff that makes, makes rats, because you can get multiple rats cheaply. 9 crescendo. I mean, I like... It's not a great card, but, you know, it's kind of a finisher, and it makes rats, and everybody loves rats. What does Ashiok even do? Does this have synergies with something? Paying life is free, except for milling, which usually isn't an issue. Look at the top 2 cards. Exile 1. Okay, so +1 is like scry 1, draw 1, roughly. The -2 makes 1/1s that get bigger every time you like do something. And then the -7 is like not a thing. Even if we could do it, we probably wouldn't want to. It's not. It might be a way, like if Ashiok lives for a really long time, maybe the -7 will be a way to kill somebody. But if Ashiok lives a really long time, you won't need that to kill them. We'll just have a bunch of cool creatures. Oh, Merry Bards are good. So, I mean, Witch's Mark is fine. We don't really have much draw. Okay, let's switch views back now. Where is that? Here it is. And let's just look at, what's my creature curve look like? Way too many non-creatures. I don't ever play creatures. Oh, it's 32 including my lands. I was like, this looks like a really small pile of cards. How is it that I have too many? I don't. I have too few. Okay, good. Good to know. I can keep adding stuff. Oh, don't just add everything red. God, what a stupid thing for this button to do. Okay. Dragon Mantle I'm not impressed by. Raging Battle Mouse. Everybody loves 2-drops. We could look at splashing Ash, maybe? Baronati is fine. Minstrosity is fine. Wicked Visitor is a 2-mana 2/2, which is fine. Conceited Witch is nice. I don't think we need a Dark Tutelage. I mean, I don't know. It does help digging for 2 bombs, but like so does Rowan's Grim Search. I don't know. I always think Dark Tutelage, like, it's terrible to play on turn 3, right? Everybody knows this. But it's not because it costs you life, it's because it's 3 mana, like, don't do anything for quite a while. Like, draw a card next turn. Even worse than 3 mana, draw 1. You know, over the course of, like, 3 turns, it starts to be pretty good. But you don't usually have that kind of time. Dark Tutelage is a pretty decent top deck, but it's pretty bad for your opening hand. So I don't know. If we end up short on draw, which we very well... I don't know. I think we'll be fine. Witch's Mark is fine, and we have the Grim Tooth Search, and I think that's kind of enough. This Assassin, it makes the rats a little better, but I'm not in love. Yeah. Blow up anything for 5. I mean, not anything, right? But a creature or an enchantment, which is more than black usually gets. I assume I have very few fairies. I have 0. I could add this and my Baronati, but like, let's get real. Is there any like compelling reason that I should play blue? There's the Sleep Cursed Fairy, which we would like have to be main blue to play a 1-mana blue card for sure. There's some decent fairies. Nothing here is really calling out to me. Vigil's good. Glass Casket's good. What is Grasp of Fate? Okay, so it's O-Ring, but for Commander. Fine. Yeah, the only good white cards, really, that I, like, would need... I mean, there's... Okay, Glass Casket is nice. But, you know, the Princess Takes Flight and Ash are, like, the things I would be excited, maybe, to run. And I don't really want to splash for Princess Takes Flight. I don't have that much to, like, bargain away the enchantment, which is what makes this good. You play it, and then next turn you bargain it away, and you don't have to do step 3. Their thing is permanently gone, you got a bargain, and one of your things gets to get in for a bunch of damage. I don't think there's any reason to be in white. Ash, maybe. Oh, did I open any lands? Oh, Grotto. Throw one of those in, no problem there. Well, I mean, this is not a good combat trick. Red doesn't get those, but it is playable. Let's look back at my curve now, especially for creatures. I mean, I could use some slightly heavier stuff. I'm doing okay on 2 and 3. God, don't just add all of them. What I wanted was... Okay, actually, do I have anything colorless? I do. Gingerbread's usually fine. Candy Trail to dig for the heavy hitters doesn't seem that impressive. The apple, it's a compelling finisher. It's Act of Treason that also does 3 damage. But you have to spend a lot more mana to get that effect, obviously. I think that's fine. No multicolor stuff that I care about, right? Yeah, we saw all those already. I mean, Ash still, like, could be a thing I might have to put in the deck. Actually, you know what? I might want Corvold. Is this any good? No. It says it's bad. I mean, it's bad as a first pick. That doesn't really tell me, like, necessarily whether it's bad in this deck. This deck could use some top end and some draw, and this is kind of that, but it's very slow at giving you the draw. Whereas we could just throw in a Baronati to be annoying. Actually, Stinkblade Assassin and Scream Puff are both not terrible. And they're exactly what I'm looking for. Top-end creatures, right? I could use another 2-drop, really. I mean, Wicked Visitor is fine. Although I think Baronati is probably better, even with no other fairies. Being able to fly is cool. So what does Lord Skitter's Butcher do exactly? ETB, it can either make a rat... Oh, there's like another card that is like also called Lord Skitter, but it's way better than this. Like, I believe this one is fine. Yeah, actually it says it's quite good. There's something else that has Skitter in the name, right? That's really good. Oh, Lord Skitter's Blessing? No, that's sort of meh. Oh, Lord Skitter himself, yes. A 3-mana 3/3 in black that makes rats every turn and exiles stuff from opponent's graveyard every turn. Every time you make a rat, not every turn. There's no way we want Waste Not, right? Yeah, this sucks. It's just like, do I want any of these three, basically? I don't think I need removal badly enough to take Shatter the Oath. It's sort of whatever, right? It says it's pretty good. But I already have like 2 Candy Grapples and something else around here somewhere. Actually, I already have a pretty decent set of 3-mana cards. Do I want this Crescendo? I mean, I assume so. If I'm swarming them with rats, it's a great card. This all seems fine. I don't really... Yeah, let's just run this. I think. Let's look one more time at the creature curve. Looks pretty good. Yeah, there's my sealed deck. No need to run a 3rd color, which is something you have to do more often in sealed than in draft because you just like don't open enough good cards. Well, obviously you open more cards in sealed, but you don't get to say halfway through, you know what, stop giving me black cards or whatever. I'll just take these 2 colors when you're playing sealed. This is fine. The mouse is a 2/1, huh? Oh no, it's a kitty cat. So this can gain Death Touch. And when they're enchantments, so you would expect white? Yep, it's white. Alright. There's Ashiok. Candy Grapple? I think it's Candy Grapple. No. Okay. I'll happily trade here. This thing is not really doing anything amazing on in my deck, and you know, if they have to pay 1 mana to trade, we each spent 2. That's fine. Oh, they spent 3. God, that ability costs 2? Goodness, I'm thrilled. Technically, it would be like nicer to have the Battle Mouse out and then play Lord Skitter's Butcher to get the celebration to go off. But that's not as important as being mana efficient. Could really use another swamp in the next couple turns. Ashiok is very strong. Oh, they're getting the rat or the mouser back. Sure. Why did it seem like that cost 0? Oh, the second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less. I was expecting that to cost something. I'm still going to make it unblockable. I don't know. Maybe I should have held up Candy Grapple. But making them trade with a rat instead of with Ginger Root, pretty cool, I think. Okay, a mountain is not a swamp. I do still play it, though, right? I think so. This is the second spell I'm casting each turn. It would cost less. I could actually cast this. Obviously, I don't want to. But I forgot about that ability. just cast this twice, right? Still have 1 mana left for Gingerbrute. How dare you? Okay, well, Ashiok's gonna fuck you up.
Let me shape your fears to something new to my nightmares. Will take care of you.
Alright, this isn't killing Ashiok. Is that killing Ashiok? No. Oh. No, that's just a creature. Okay. I could make 2 more of these, but it seems a little greedy compared to doing this. This would be a 2/2. I don't know. Maybe I will just make 2 more. Let's Grimly Search, I guess. I don't know what I'm looking for. Like, spells, I guess? Do I really want to blow up that 1/1, though? I don't think I do. Great. Okay, I'll make another 1/1. Or 2 more 1/1s. Oh, this isn't in my hand. I thought it was for some reason. Okay. Go ahead, combat trick me. Kellen's Lightblades, maybe? Can be. Sure. You got it. Against that play, I would have done better to block with just the Nightmare, obviously. But they don't usually promise that that's exactly how they're going to react. Exile the Swamp, please. Opponent is playing black. I could hang on to a Swamp, I guess. At the beginning of combat? Oh, I guess it's written on this thing. Yes, okay. I mean, I could Apple, swing for 5/8. But then Ashiok would be in trouble. That seems bad. I'm just gonna swing with a rat, I guess. So double block the 3/3 and flash in to kill the 4/3, I guess. I could chump, making sure one nightmare lives, but I don't mind if they combat to kill the second one. Ashiok's doing just fine. Sort of. It does feel like getting Ashiok to -2 twice is a little dangerous. Indestructible, huh? Because you have to work so hard to stop them from killing it that way, right? Ooh, Candy Grapple's very good.
Enticing thoughts.
As usual. I took the wrong one? Oh, you choose one to exile. Whoops. That's pretty bad. Well, see you later, Ashiok, I guess. Shouldn't have played that swamp. Because now they're going to know I don't have any combat tricks and they can block accordingly. And they can actually kill Ashiok. I messed this one up. Although, if you do that, aren't you going to be in trouble from the apple? Yeah, okay, no blocks. They have some food.
Such an unrefined audience.
Pretty good card. No reason to play it pre-combat, though, right? It makes rats. Beginning of your upkeep, you can do something. Nothing else cares about making the rats, so we swing. So they're at like 1 here. Or 2, because this can cost them 3 life. Okay, well, made a few questionable plays, including clicking on the wrong thing. The kind of mistake you could never make in paper. You would never say, I point at this one, and then, like, something happens. Oh, I guess I should check my dailies. I'm not casting white or green spells, sadly. Creature spells, sure. Yeah, okay. I don't care about this reward stuff. You would just put one of them in exile and the other in your hand, and you would be pretty clear about which one's in your hand. Oh well. I mean, I'd rather have a 3rd land, but that's life, I guess. Grim Search might help. A 1/2 curve is pretty nice. Ooh. Tower? I'm getting torched. Alright, there's the 3rd land, even. I'm absolutely not waiting to cast this for the adventure. Getting something down on 2 is way more important than, like, getting the maximum value out of this card 6 turns from now. I mean, I can't block. I may as well swing and see if they're foolish enough to let me Monstrous Rage them. They won't be. And I think make a rat over, digging? Yeah? It's a pretty good card. I'd love to have a Candy Grapple for it. My opponent's been doing good stuff, spending their mana every turn. Except turn 2. No, turn 2 they made a treasure, that's right. That's why they have this 4-drop out so early. I mean, okay. I don't imagine this is a bluff. Full swing? I guess. Gotta race him. Okay. They're happy to race, I guess. That's fair. Gosh, I sure would love to Grim Search away this rat. And then have a huge Spectre of Mortality. Sure. Candy Grapple's pretty good. Feed the Cauldron is also pretty good, although they have 2 of these 4-drops to deal with, and this doesn't help so much with that, huh? I mean, it's still good. Okay, Spectre of Mortality can shrink something, but I don't need to do that now. Which of these is a bigger problem? The 4-3, I think? The Menace is not that big a deal. Is it? Yeah, 'cause I could double block the Menace and they only get to kill 1. I guess I didn't have to main phase that. But, I don't know, it's safer. Who knows what they might be up to. Oh, I should have killed this first, though. But okay, they were going to put it on the rat anyway, I imagine. I'm not sure how well racing them has turned out. They chose to kill this. Okay, they must have some plan to kill this as well. Or to kill me, sure. I mean, attacking them once or twice, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not that aggressive a deck, but I don't think I really had blocks. They just had a pretty nice aggressive curve, removed my 1-drop, and ramped into playing 2 4-drops on turns 3 and 4. Kind of tough to beat that on the draw, I think. Like, maybe that one attack was bad, and I should have double blocked the Menace guy. That probably is true, and that would have helped. Sure, Ginger Brute. Pass, and then play a decent 3-drop. Like, I wish I could do something good on turn 2 instead of passing, but I get a Ginger Brute out there at least. Opponent's passing turn 1 and 2 with mono red. That is not something mono red players enjoy doing. I should have swung first. Because now they can feel more comfortable killing the Ginger Brute pre-combat. If I attack first, they don't know whether something really scary is coming in that they have to save this for. Raid Bombardment. Kind of slow. Got him. Well, 2 and 1. I mean, you can play as much or as little as you want, of course, in this format, but I don't know. I like the draft first to 7 or 3 as a way to limit, you know, to avoid having to make a decision about how long to play the deck. But I don't know. People also are less committal when the entry was free, so you don't really get the same experience. This is fine on the draw. Candy Grapple twice is not proactive, but I should be able to do something about their 2 or 3 drop and like eventually get some plays. Gruel. Hell is this? Oh, hardened scales. Wow. Okay. All right, I'll run out the Monstrosity. So we need to, I mean, it's kind of, they actually have a deck that can do this? There's not that many things that put counters on in this set, as I recall. There's some. You actually managed to put this together in sealed. That's pretty impressive. I mean, I could put a Wicked roll on this, but I'm sort of... Well, I don't want to put a Young Hero roll on this. It doesn't help very much, right? Wicked roll is just better. Yeah, I think we'll go for that. This creature. Discard this. Mountain. No more lands, please. That's not a land. I think I'll keep it. It's also a great way to spend 4 mana if that ends up being what I want to do. Double Candy Grapple also looks very juicy. I guess there's one advantage to putting a Young Hero roll on this, which is that then after it puts the counter on, I could... Oh, yeah, Young Hero is the main way to put counters on now that I think of it. So that maybe they're Hardened Scales. Because red has a lot of Young Hero stuff, right? Cut in is great. Main... Okay, sure. To decide whether you should attack, I guess? Certainly better than doing it during combat if you know I'm not doing anything. Just kill all of this, I think, right? I mean, I could kill just the 4/2. But then what am I doing with the rest of my mana? Or I could kill nothing. Put a wicked roll on nothing, and then it just sucks, right? So get grappled. And I could wait until they commit to this to grapple it, but they could maybe respond by buffing it, which would be a calamitous. So I'm just going to kill it straight away. I think I'm probably just gonna... Ah! Oh, you look pretty dead, actually. Oh no, they gained some life. I mean, I kind of love the idea of stealing this, hitting them for 10, right? I think that's winning. This creature. Oh, I could have put a wicked roll on this, but that's bad. I don't want to do that. What I want to do is just cycle a wicked roll. Bonk. Ping him for 1. And now throwing the apple at him is 3 damage, and this is 1 more. Okay, that's not doing anything. Well, I don't know. Maybe they need the colored mana. This is only 2 to activate, and this is 4 to swap rolls, so... Alright, that's game over. I don't even have to swap rolls, right? I can just attack, and when they block, the trade goes through. But I will. Got good value out of those wicked rolls. Ping them for... Got, you know, putting a roll on the same creature 3 times in the same game. Not very often a good play, but here it seemed to make sense. But I might have done better to put Young Hero roll on and then wicked roll, wicked roll. But I couldn't. It was going to cost too much mana to do that. The Young Hero roll was 4 mana. This is great. I have a 1, and then remove something on 2 maybe, and then hopefully I'll draw a land. Great. I'm not going to make this a monster. I want to hold up the Candy Grapple. Also, like, you wouldn't usually do this anyway. Except to win a combat. No plays. Alright. I guess we'll just sit here doing nothing then. You go. I mean, green-blue loves that, of course. There's a lot of candy. I have way too much candy right now. Resolves. Make your rat. Still need another land. Get that Ashiok out there would be pretty nice. But I think, yeah, I've only missed a land once. Ooh. Okay, that's an alright candy grapple. This thing's dying anyway, now the candy grapple kills that. Just in time.
Your mind is an empty canvas for my art. Leave no mind.
Got him. Planeswalkers are pretty good. I've lost track of my record. Am I 4-1, 4-2, 3-2? I don't know. It's a mystery. I think it's 4-1 though. I don't remember losing 2 games. Iexmo. Sure. You have a 2 and a 3, and 3 even like cooperates with the 2, right? Don't forget, second spell you cast every turn is cheaper. So if I wanted to, I could play the Witch twice, or both halves of the Witch, let's say, rather than playing Lord Skitter. That's probably better. Oh, I could play Lord Skitter too, but no, I want to play the Witch. Next turn, Lord Skitter can trigger Celebration again. This creature. Oh my god, that's the biggest mouse anybody's ever seen. Just play turn 2 a creature that attacks for 4 next turn. LOL. But I mean, a lot of that was because of the Witch, of course. What are you? 3 mana. Your blue and or white spells. I mean, it's a 2/4 vigilance, basically, right? The other text doesn't matter. That mouse is way better than I thought it was going to be. Like, it's a good card, and I knew it was a good card, but like, this discount of 1 has been incredible. In multiple games. No, I don't like a lifelinker. Aww. Can't really do much at the moment, can I? I guess I can just full swing. They trade with the mouse. Oh well, the mouse has kind of done its job, right? And this way they don't like get a chance to gain lifelink later. Oh wow, okay. They're not going to trade with the mouse. They really want to keep this. They have a plan to gain lifelink, I guess. Makes sense. They're a blue-white deck with 6 cards in hand and presumably 5 mana. They should be able to manage to cast 2 spells. Although 2 permanent spells? I don't know. We're kind of flooding out. We need to kill him before something bad happens. We kept the pressure on pretty well up until this turn. Now doing nothing could be how we lose the game. Certainly it's a step in the wrong direction. Okay, but it still has the celebration effect. And this isn't triggering their own celebrations. They're not gaining the lifelink. But I guess their idea was that they're going to be putting this out of commission soon, and therefore they'd rather use this to... If this is only going to be an issue for the single previous turn, then they want this to stop this. I would have done it the other... Well... I would have traded and then stunned this, I think. Sadly, that costs 4, so this doesn't do anything. Okay. Well, no attacks then. I mean, I guess I can. It's free, right? No, isn't there something like destroy target tapped creature? Does that exist? Maybe that's only in constructed and... Yeah, that doesn't exist. Okay, anyway, I mean, we're not going to bluff them out of this, so... But it would have been safe to try. They obviously would have gone for the block, and then it would have just revealed that I have nothing, so... I don't think there's much point in doing it. But this is pretty bad. We're not in a winning position, I don't think. We are currently behind. Like, obviously, I'm ahead on life, and my board presence is good. But if you had to ask me, you know, 50, you know, at even odds, if you asked me to bet on... Oh, by the way, they had no 5th land. These are all spells. Wow, okay. If you asked me to bet on one player, I would not choose myself. Although, now that this is what they've done for the turn, I kind of would. Oh, that's very bad. Oh, they didn't attack! It's a 4/4 life leaker. Are you crazy? Okay. Well, I accept. Ooh. Go get 'em, boys. Alright, that'll be the old GG. I would have bet incorrectly. They should have, but I don't think I was incorrect. They should have just attacked for 4, right? They'd have gained 4 more life, and okay, they wouldn't have been able to block and kill my rat, but they'd have 2 more life. And they wouldn't be dead here. I mean, I get that like having those 2 creatures on board means I can't attack in some sense, but I don't think he should be passing up that 4 life. So I think I was still behind, and then my opponent misplayed, and I drew well and won. My opponent drew quite badly, of course. Being stuck on 4 lands with that many cards is quite disappointing. This is fantastic. I just need a swamp. And, like, preferably something to do on turns 3 or 4. There's the swamp. Okay, no more lands, though, please. Ginger Brute's something to do, I guess. It's free! I'm so bad! I could have triggered Celebration and attacked with it. God, every time I miss this. I don't know, I probably still should have played it. But now maybe I can trigger Celebration with it next turn. Missed 2 damage. Yep. Well, I mean, you know, I would have gotten to trigger Celebration at least. Edgewall Pack is such a card. Oh, never mind. It's total junk. They do have 1 mana, so they could have something, but there's not really anything that a red-black deck would be running that works here. Might as well swing with the rat, right? No? Just don't want the damage? Okay. Sure, you do you, I guess. I mean, there's maybe some argument here for not running out the Ashiok. You could Young Hero on the Ginger Brute, make it unblockable, swing for 2, and like this starts pumping itself that way. I don't think that's very good. I think getting Ashiok down and then doing all of that is pretty cool.
Let me shape your fears into something beautiful. My nightmares will take care of you.
Like, I don't even really want to attack with the Ginger Brute these, next few turns. I just want to make sure I have plenty of chump blockers available to protect Ashiok and the Nightmares. Ooh, Imidane. Okay, sure. I could try to trade with this. Go like that. They get to kill these 2. It's not that great. Let's just chump and make a rat. Two creatures. Okay. Exile 1. The other is going into my hand. I think I want the Monstrous Rage. Combat tricks are pretty cool. And this idea of swinging with the Ginger Brute still seems decent, right? It's pretty greedy. Oh, okay. X is 3. Okay, well, I can't save that. They should have waited till I attacked, maybe, but... because then I would have paid the 1 and not had Monstrous Rage up. Kind of surprised they thought that was the big deal and not these Nightmares. Doesn't say like target creature card or something. Target non-token creature, I guess is how they would word that. Nice. Nice value. Nice. And then they get this, but it costs 6, which they don't have. I mean, even if they did, it's just a 4/5. Oh, it costs less to cast. Yeah, they could totally cast that. That's a good card. You're threatening Ashiok. I don't like it when you threaten Ashiok. This could give something -3, -3. Should have done this first.
Such enticing.
Oh, the rats are much better, right? Blow up the 4-3. I didn't read what that card said. I thought it said I get to pick one. Alright, fuck me, I guess. Okay, wait until another one was the... I don't know. It's a board clear, huh? Where'd that card even go? Oh, it's in play, of course. I think I'm going to lose this game now. But I might get away with it somehow. I did just clear my own board, kind of foolishly. Candy Grapple's good. Okay. I don't think this matters very much. I can kill Imidane or the 4-5. I mean, I don't know how much damage to my face matters. Yeah, it should be the 4-5, right? And I should kill it now before they draw some trick, maybe. It's a board clear. That is sure something. I thought as single target removal it would be pretty good, but as a board clear, it's tough to set up because like it takes a long time to get a lot of creatures in your graveyard. But you know, it was here in time. I just like did the wrong thing with it. No. Oh, that's so good. Come on, I deserve to win. I opened Ashiok. It's... What the hell? I mean, they just want to make sure I lose my 4-4, or do they have an actual trick? Okay, I mean, that could have been worse. They have another back for seconds or something? Ashiok has thrown me so many cards. Made these beautiful creatures that I threw in the garbage. You deserved a better Planeswalker than me, Ashiok, a better ally. I don't think I'm going to minus it for 2/1/1s. Thank you very much. Ooh.
Such enticing thoughts.
Ashiok's at 3. Okay. Flash this in on blocks, and I can kill both of these, and Ashiok goes down by 1. Problem is they have 2 massive creatures. 3 massive creatures. Wait, where did they get that back from? Why is that face up? Back for seconds didn't give it to them, I don't think. So they discarded their hand with this. Oh, Fell Horseman, I see. Oh god, it even has Menace. Okay. Well, if I double block, I lose both of my creatures. But I get to keep Ashiok, which seems pretty good. I could probably concede. Out of curiosity, what are the deck sizes like? Okay, Ashiok can't win this. If the board state had been different, like if I had 5 more creatures for some reason because I hadn't thrown them all away or whatever number it was, I'm sure it was at least 3 or 4. Or if I'd actually wiped their board properly by waiting till X was 5. I don't think that would have been very good. I should have just like not blown up my whole board. Okay, it's a fantastic hand. Like, how could we lose? Great early board presence into Ashiok. I've already got both black pips. Down to 6. I mean, on the play with this, I guess I could lose if I never draw another land, or 2 more lands. Then I'm drawing a bunch of spells, and that's pretty good too. They have revealed a 1-mana 1/1. I gotta say, this card like hasn't done very much in any game, but it's just been like a 1-drop, and those are pretty cool. I've played on turn 1 more often than I should expect to be able to do, I think. And anytime you get to do that, it's pretty good. Sorcery. Oh, it's an instant. I didn't realize. Well, I don't really want to trade my Monstrosity against this. Oh, these rats can't block. I thought I was going to flash these in and block, but that doesn't make any sense. Okay, fine. I'll still flash them in. Rather than main phasing it, but I won't be surprise blocking with them. Oh man. They have some real heavy hitters over there, huh? This is a heck of a card. Weird to see in green-white instead of green-black. So it's artifacts and enchantments. Well, we can predict that they'll be entering... they'll have many enchantments entering. Here, let's just flash this in and then not block. So, if I block here, it just, like, comes... Yeah, I'm gonna wait until it's protecting something important like Ashiok instead of just me. Swinging with this as a 4-2 looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Got him down to 10 pretty fast. But they have a potential like big value engine going. So do I, obviously. But that's the kind of thing that's going to make like the life differential not as important as if we're both just doing big... Oh, okay. Big explosive stuff. Like them exploding, for example. Haha. So I think that's 5 and 2. If I'm keeping track in my head properly, but I'm probably not. They didn't even get to see the Ashiok. The Battle Mouse made them concede. Speaking of Battle Mice, this is kind of funny. I can run at the Ginger Brute and hit him for 1. I can also like play Battle Mouse and then wait till next turn. Then next turn play Battle Mouse Ginger Brute and the Ginger Brute will get to hit for 2. But like, what if they have a blocker? I'm pretty sure this is hitting them for 1. I don't know. Being able to swing with a 2/2 might be better. Well, turns out not really. Another target creature. I'll swing here. Well, no, because if they block, this doesn't actually save. I'm just gonna run out the mouse. I want to feed this to Cauldron, but if I do, I can't actually take advantage of the mana reduction. I would have to Monstrous Rage first, and then feed to the Cauldron. It's actually not crazy. This thing, they don't have the mana to sack this. You know, let's just make a giant Ginger Brute. Unblockable trample. How about that? I'd really love to draw a permanent spell that costs 2 or less mana. So I can put a Wicked Roll on the mouse and then pump up Ginger Brute with the mouse effect. Or a spell that creates a permanent, whether it's a permanent spell or not. Ashiok is also a good card. This creature. I do like swamps, but I like 2 cards even more. Regrettably, can't pay for this. But I can pay for this. I want to do that, right? Yeah. Just need more red sources. Well, now I just want to land, of course, but last turn a red source would have been pretty cool. Sure. Alright. It's a spell that is not a black source, or not a red source.
I shall unveil.
It's not, sorry, it was a land. A land is what I wanted. And it's also what I got.
Go and drink deep of
Mountain would have been better, but this left me with no decisions to make, which is nice. I'll happily trade a 1/1 into the 2/1 to keep Ashiok healthy. You don't need 2 of these to win the game. 1 is plenty. Generally speaking. I think, as someone with no experience with Ashiok. Looking for outs, I hope, before choosing to concede. Rage quit. Booking flights to the next county. Ashiok's a good card. Hey, we got a player. All right. What is this? Oh, no. Okay. Ashiok down, huh? I can't prevent it. Huh. Well, given that, should I try to keep these guys alive? Like, given that Ashiok is dying anyway. And these might grow bigger. Yeah, why not? If exiling happens for some other reason. Oh, like when you cast an adventure?
I am
Oh my god,
unappreciated.
Ashiok is so good. It is important to main phase that, of course. Because it sets up the trigger here. I think opponent was also thinking about whether to attack me, because I'm at 12, right? They attacked for 8. No. 10 last turn. They might. Yeah, I mean, actually, am I dead? If they have just a little bit of extra gas, I'm gonna die here. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with quite so many of these? I was just focused on them being low on life, but they have a lot of power on the board. In fact, if they swing all, I think I have to chump the 4-2 instead of trying to kill off a 2-1. Just so something like Monstrous Rage doesn't kill me, or whatever that card is called that I used to put this on there. Yeah, Monstrous Rage. Because they're dead next turn anyway, right? They only have 2 blockers for my 6 creatures. They're attacking for 8. I mean, they could have 4 damage. It is a thing that can happen. I'm just going to block here. You don't expect that much life gain in Boros. There's a beginning of combat on your turn. So if they exiled something pre-combat, it would not apply. Okay, that's cool. Still dead, though. I get in for 2 plus 1 of these. That was a close game. I was thinking of about like opponent, you know, rage quitting, but they were figuring out if they could kill me. That was something I was not really alert to at all. Lulled into, I mean, a false sense of security is the way the phrase typically finishes, which is certainly true here, but also, like, I don't know. I don't even know why I would think I'm secure, because I played Ashiok, basically, right? How can you lose after playing Ashiok, I guess is the question that I failed to ask myself. Except rhetorically. This is not a good hand. I have a 2-drop. This is a good hand. Witch's Mark probably can go. I mean, draw is good. I mean, I don't actually... What if it were the Grotto? I could turn Witch's Mark into 2 cards. Well, no. It turns itself and another card into 2 cards. This hand doesn't do anything. I mean, it has Candy Grapple and eventually Ashiok. But there's nothing for Witch's Mark to put a counter on. Or a roll on. I think I have to throw away the Witch's Mark. Yeah. And I don't know yet whether I want lands or non-lands, so we're hanging on to this. Right, this Scry 1 is like a one-shot effect that lets you choose, not choose, but wait your next draw towards something you want, and I don't yet know what it is I need to nudge it towards. I often see people play this as early as possible to get the Scry as soon as possible, and like... you don't know what you want yet. How can you know what to scry? How come you're in such a hurry to scry? Now I have no choice, of course, and what I want is lands, it turns out. So, great. Good to know. I think I'm happy to grapple with that, right? Like, it's their mana ramp, and it's blocking me pretty well. Swamp is an insane top deck, actually, right? It's a land working me towards Ashiok, and also, well, specifically a swamp working me towards Ashiok, and it lets me pay for the Merry Bards to put a young hero on this. It's just grotesque. You could be forgiven for conceding here. Land? Mountain would be best, but I'm not picky. Non-land's fine. Spells are good, but Ashiok would really seal the game, obviously. I mean, we're doing 9 damage next turn. Monstrous Rage also seals the game more directly. This does nothing. Creature, so I do not wish to do this. I have to tap to eat it, right? Yep, okay. I could have fed it to the cauldron to stop them making a food, but that's obviously ludicrous. We're just gonna win this turn. And the food doesn't help them. They keep mousing over their food, like one of them's gonna say gain 20 life. But none of them ever do. Oh, my Ashiok! Pretty good draws after keeping that 6-card hand. Hit exactly what I wanted the entire time. All right, well, if I've kept track correctly, that's 7 and 2. So I think I'm going to check out of here. And I got all the dailies, so what more could I ask for? Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.